I'm Faith Okay.
And I'm Asia the Girl. So glad you're here.
And welcome.
Happy Halloween!
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. This is just us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, happy Tuesday.
And welcome to Okay Girl.
So glad that you're here. We're hanging. What's going on over here?
Anxiety.
I feel like you need to unpack this more. This is a little therapist cast.
All right. So, let me just start from my childhood. No, I'm kidding. So we had a community game night that we were going to, and I didn't know that it was a costume party, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had a costume, and we used it for our church's trunk or treat, which was after the fact, and I didn't want to spoil it, and so I was like, I need something on the fly.
Okay.
And so I was thinking through things. My wig is falling off.
No, you're doing great.
I was thinking through things I had in my closet, and I was like, I could be Roxanne from the Goofy movie.
You did mention that,
But I was like, that's just a t-shirt and shorts. That's
true.
Lame. And then I was like, I have an orange wig. Because I have wigs on lock.
She just
They're
does.
ready.
Yeah.
I have 2 or 3. Just up in my bathroom closet, hidden away. Not even on a mannequin head. No care. That's why it looks like this. And so I was like, I have an orange wig. And then I was like, I totally have brown pants and boots. I did not own this sweater. And I kept looking at the picture, and I was like, how can I make it work? How can I make it work? I could layer like an orange turtleneck under a white shirt. I was like, that's kind of lame. Yeah. And so I was like I looked at Kohl's, Target, Walmart, all of it. And it's like 4:30. This starts at like 6:30. Yeah. I'm at work. And then I was like, I'm going to check Facebook Marketplace. It's possible. I open Facebook Marketplace and I type in orange white striped sweater. And this showed up. And I was like, that is perfect. And it was $6.
I feel like that's like a testimonial for Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it is. Facebook. You need us to sponsor you.
Please.
But I like found it and I was like, that is so perfect. And so I messaged the lady and I'm like, this is so crazy, but can I pick this up at 5:15 or somewhere around there? And she was like, yeah, I'm just located here. And I was like, that's 2 minutes from my house. Perfect. So then I roll up and I'm like, I'm just gonna grab it and leave. Yeah. No, she's helping somebody else load furniture for their Facebook Marketplace order. So then she stops me and she's like, what are you dressing up, or what's the theme of the party? Because I told her it was a theme party. I didn't want her to know I was using her old clothes as a Halloween costume because that felt mean. And so I was like, I'm dressing up as, have you seen Inside Out 2? And she was like, no, but my daughter has. And I was like, I'm dressing up as anxiety. And she was like, okay.
I just love how she's like, I regret asking you trying to be friendly to you.
Why did I even bother? And so
back to this furniture.
So here I am.
I'm
anxiety.
You look so cute.
Thanks.
For all our listeners who aren't seeing the little video.
I've got it. You just go look at our socials. Yeah. We'll have a picture there too. I'm
For sure. Yeah.
Now you tell me what you've got going on.
You didn't guess?
I did not.
I am a beige flag.
She's creative.
I am creative. You know what? I just felt like it was like the right vibe for our podcast. Like anxiety is perfect. I just needed it to be like a cheeky type of costume. Yeah. And some backstory. I was working on another costume and it just like was not going smoothly. And I just needed a win. Okay. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm putting this piece down for a second and I'm gonna make something for myself. And so I was literally giggling so hard at the idea of being just straight up a beige flag with this just like, honestly it was a sleigh because it was just like leftover material from Trunk or Treat, which we also had that event going on. And so I just wanted to make Faith happy and bring her joy, and it would bring me joy because I was making an outfit that was coming together first try. And so here we are.
I love
beige flag.
I love it. Something about it when you first revealed, I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't see the flag part, but something about it, I was like, is there a Kardashian reference that I'm not getting? I don't know what it is. I think it's like hat. It's the hat, the white pants, I think, and like the beige white neutrals, which I never see Asia in.
Yeah, you know
I didn't know she owned this many neutral things.
I really was like, I think I have a white tank top somewhere.
And I don't really need it. I'll just use it for a class.
Yeah, exactly. Not for real.
Yeah, I was like, is there a Kardashian thing? No. And then she's like, I'm a beige flag. I was like, ah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I was saying that I made this for trunk or treat, and speaking of that, we had our church's like trunk or treat event, which if you're unfamiliar, basically instead of like trick or treating at houses like door to door, you're just like in a parking lot, and all of the, not in a weird sketchy way, yeah, in like a very well lit like community area.
There was only a van that one time.
Yeah, just that one time. No, we're just like have trunks parked or cars parked in the parking lot, and then you decorate the trunk of your car is the whole idea, and you dress up as a theme. And Faith got so many like hype praises because she and Nick, they never are in the trunk with us, which is sad.
It is sad because I love a group costume.
Yeah,
I love decorating for things. I love that for Halloween.
Yes,
but we have a reputation to upkeep
right.
as the hype bringers.
Yeah.
So we are the DJs of Trunk or Treat every year.
You do so great.
It's so fun. So yeah, this year we dressed as Spider-Gwen and Peter B. Parker from Into the Spider-Verse. So
with the whole robe and everything. The robe,
the slippers, the Spider-Man costume.
So good.
I drew on a fake eyebrow piercing, which made me rethink things about myself.
Your whole personality is
yeah, I was like, could I be an eyebrow piercing girl? Maybe.
I think you could.
My dad,
but your dad would be so sad.
So sad, and I can't hurt him like that. He always said no eyebrow piercing.
That's the only thing.
But so we did that, and we essentially just slingshot, like literally launched candy at children.
Yeah.
There were a few of them that were like, they're like shielding themselves and flinching every time, and I was like, back out.
Yeah.
But they were just like there. I was fist bumping and jumping and all the things, and we had a blast. The fun part of that was that someone came up to us afterwards, and they were like, you guys, like, we had people ask how much we paid you guys to do this. And
you're like,
I was like,
so you're saying it?
I was like, hold on, we can get paid. I'm like,
wait a minute,
this for free. I paid for the costume. I paid for the setup.
Yeah,
I like showed up 3 hours early, and I could have been paid.
What are you telling me right now?
Crazy. But I was sad because y'all's trunk was very cute.
Thank you. Yeah, we did okay, back it up. I think I'm like 3 years into picking themes or being a part of a decision-making group that picks themes that is just not popular enough. Mm-hmm. So the first year that we participated in Trunk or Treat is before, I don't remember if this might have been before we started Young Adult Group, or we just like decided not to do it. I don't remember what everything, all the details behind that. But the first year it was just me and Luke and Jacob, and we did an Over the Garden Wall themed trunk. And like now, like 3 years later, like at least people in the church know more about that show. And also I just think like there's like a resurgence in general, like online, that people are like really into it now. So I think if I did it again, more people would get it. But that year, of course, like one person knew who we were. And then last year we did something I thought everyone knew, which was Avatar: Last Airbender. But to Faith's point, when we were venting about this, we didn't have an Aang.
And they kept being like, kids kept walking by and not knowing who we were. And I was like, you guys didn't have Aang. But the main character.
But I worked so hard to make this like Appa decor that I was like, I feel like Appa is just as iconic as Aang.
He is. You guys did look great.
Thank you.
But children just know the bald kid.
Yeah, that's true. With the arrow on his head. It's true. We needed an Aang. But this year, we did Studio Ghibli, which I thought even less people would know. Surprisingly, more people knew about it. Good. So I was happy about that. But we dressed up as so many different characters from that. But it was really funny. Like people who tried really hard to know what it was it's one of those things like you either know what this is or you don't. There's not really like an in-between. There's some people that are like, this like anime thing? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, it is.
What made you say that?
So why do you think that? But yeah, everyone looks so cute. And it was a fun time. Yeah. We had a great time.
Yeah. I don't know how many ended up coming through, but it's always like hundreds, near thousands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we threw, Nick and I.
And they stayed for Nick and Faith.
Yeah, they just kept hanging out, and I was like, we're running out of candy. I think we went through probably 10 or more bags of candy, just throwing in the air.
So crazy.
My wig is absolutely snatching off. And I'm just gonna let it do it.
Yeah, it's just gonna do its thing.
But yeah, so trunk or treat was so fun.
Yeah,
it was great. And then we got some Halloween festivities coming up. And I won't be rocking this outfit. Not again. No.
You're like, I'm done.
It'll be my one that I keep in my closet.
Yeah, it's a good like. That's what I need is like a couple of like, in a pinch, what am I gonna be? Because I also wasn't sure. I forgot that the event that we were at last week was like a costume event because it was like Halloween theme. I was like, oh, obviously. And I did manage to pull off a weird Barbie look, and it was fun.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
It was so good.
Thanks. It was like perfect for someone who has like an insane like weird wardrobe. It was perfect. It was an easy thing to pull together. But it made me realize that I need to just have like some like on the go in case of emergency type costumes, because I did not have a good amount of that.
I feel that. At least, I think, now we both have some things.
Got a beige flag.
Got weird Barbie, anxiety. I got Spider-Gwen. That'll be easy to keep.
What else do you need, really?
Yeah. So speaking of costumes and Halloween, that's the theme of the episode.
Yeah.
That's what we're up to today. It's all Halloween all day, all the time. And so we have a few different little things. We're doing little bits here and there. So our first thing we'll jump into in the name of costumes is our favorite and least favorite celebrity costumes that we've seen at Halloween. So we'll do that, and then we'll jump into things that are scary for no reason, or jump scares. Oh, jump scares.
Jump scares.
So just some things that aren't meant to be scary, but they are, and in like pop culture and whatever. And then we're gonna talk about our bestie jump scares. Like what about the other ones scares? So I guess we'll just jump in to celebrity costumes.
Yeah.
Do we want to do like the best and then we'll...
Yeah, let's do the best first. Okay. Because that seems more fun.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I have 3.
Okay.
How many did you...
I have 3.
You have 3? Okay, you're just going to alternate?
Yeah, sure.
Do it all at once, like a presentation.
Oh, let's do presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
For our audio listeners, we're going to do our best to describe the costume, but... if you watch the video, we will have images up for you between Asia and I so that you know what's happening. So if you can't watch for some reason, we will do our best. Yeah. Use your imagination or recall. You've probably seen some of them. Yeah. So, all right. Who wants to start?
I can go first.
All right.
I'm an iPad kid today because I don't have access to my phone. So I'm just going to refer to this here. One of my favorite costumes is actually, I don't mean to be cheating because it's 3 costumes, but it's all 3 of the Riverdale princesses dressed up as the witches from Hocus Pocus. I just think like girl gang, or just like you could be like friend or couples costumes, like anything where you're like matched up with someone, and you can like be on theme together and just go all out is just the best. And I don't know if this is just me being delulu, but like I just feel like the standard is extra high when you're a celebrity. You just have access to everything, so I'm like wanting to be wild. I feel like in normal day life I don't really care. I mean, I don't like have that high of a standard. Like if you had fun with it, then you had fun with it. But for celebrities, like you have access to make your delulu dreams truly a reality. So like why are you wasting our time, you know? So that was my first one.
Those 3 every year.
Yes.
The best costume.
That's so true.
Good.
They do so well every year.
Amazing trio when it comes to Halloween costumes.
Yeah, I love them. They're so good. Yeah. And then next I have Lupita as I'm blanking on her name now.
Dion.
Yes, thank you. Dion.
My fave.
From I just want to call it As If.
Clueless.
Thank you.
As if. Clueless is one of my favorite movies. So good.
I know. A little bit weird like situation with Paul Rudd's character.
Rudd.
I love Paul Rudd, but it's like a little like you guys are related but not really. But it's okay.
But it's Paul Rudd.
It's Paul Rudd. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. But she just like really slayed at this outfit with the phone and the like plastic hat and everything. Yeah. It's just so iconic. Once again, when you can go all in, I'm like so proud of you, so here for it. The way she did her accessories, like everything about it. So good.
Yeah, that phone, that eats.
Yeah. And then last, I have Megan Thee Stallion, who is iconically like such a weeb. She's just super into anime.
Yes.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
And I was like trying really hard to find something that would actually match this this bit, because it has to be a Halloween costume. She does cosplay all the time, so I feel like there's so many costumes to choose from, but this one is specifically for Halloween. She decided to be Death the Kid, which I just think the meta name was so perfect, from Soul Eater, which is an anime. And like she just, the way she did her hair, her nails, her fit, everything about it, like obviously she's done like some pretty crazy outfits, but this one was just like such a good homage to the anime. And it was just like one of those like moments where you're like, oh, okay, like these celebrities can be super nerdy, and I love that. I'm here for it.
Yes. Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion is just like so camp. She
really is.
She gets it, and celebrities should take note from her.
I agree.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me pull out my phone so that we can look at these together. My list is a little less high fashion.
That's right.
And a little more meme.
I like it. That sounds right.
My first one, though, speaking of celebrities being nerdy, my first one is Lizzo as Baby Yoda.
Oh, dude, yes. That's
She
great.
ate it up.
Yeah.
She, like, fully committed. The photo shoots and everything, she's, like, giving high fashion Baby Yoda with her long nails pointing.
Yes.
And, like, she ended up on The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy pipeline.
I love
you
that.
You did Baby Yoda, and now you're on The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So that was my first one.
I like that. That's a great pick.
My second one, the queen of Halloween, is Heidi Klum.
Yes, truly.
Like, she throws the Halloween party. I'm not going to deny that she could have easily been on both of my lists, good and bad.
True.
Because she has done some horrible things.
That is very true.
With their costume. But
girl goes all out.
In the year of 2022,
yeah,
she went as a worm.
Yes. Oh, I almost put that on my list because
that is so cursed. In the best way possible. To go from high fashion Heidi Klum, who is always so pretty.
Yeah.
To then be committed to coming out as a disgusting worm. She laid on the floor and took questions during the interview. She's a queen.
She is.
That ate.
She is a meme queen.
And then her husband was a fisherman.
Yeah.
I loved it. Okay, and then my last one is Tony Hawk.
Okay.
He was dressed as Larry David.
Oh, yeah!
And he went skating dressed as Larry David. And it just looks like it looks like an AI image of Larry David. Like if you typed in
with the sun
Larry David like shredding. Like
that's so good.
He killed it, but then somebody did point out it does give a little Bernie Sanders as well.
I do see that.
It's like Tony Hawk as Larry David as Bernie Sanders, but I don't care.
It's fine either way.
I
do love a good like when someone's just trying to dress up as another like celebrity.
Yeah,
it's like really funny.
Like you didn't give me character. You went as a normal dude, but now he skateboards, and that's hilarious.
So awesome.
Yeah. So those were my three faves that I found.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So for worst, like I said, I really don't like when celebrities have access to a lot and they just don't really do much. You know, like when they phone it in, it's not fun. I feel like this was so okay, but not awesome. Like I feel like anyone.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, literally, it's just Hugh Grant. I think dressed up as the Cowardly Lion, maybe, or just a lion. But it just looks like one of those like Walmart onesies that anyone could get.
Worse than that.
Yeah. It's like disheveled. Yeah. Like the way that the mane is cut, it just looks like he literally cut up a rug and put it on his head and like glued some felt to it. And the shoes are like, they honestly look dirty. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't understand. Like, are not a normal person. You can do better.
I'm thinking all these thoughts about dragging his wig, and as I sit here in the most horrendous, like it's falling. I think it's time to give it up. I think it's gonna go. All right.
You did your best. All right. So next, or finally, I only have two. I have I don't have anything against lions, but this is another like lion one. But let me just tell you, this is supposed to be Mufasa. This is
no.
This is The Rock. This is Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah. According to his Instagram post, this is Mufasa. And this straight up is just like a kid's lion head like a mask thing. Like imagine like just a circle where your face can go in and then like a lion's mane. He literally is just wearing, I don't know if that's his merch or whatever, but he's just wearing like gym clothes with a cutoff shirt. He's holding a cheapo, not on theme Halloween basket. And he just has a kid's mask thing on. And I just don't understand. Like, you have so much money.
Right. I'm a certified rock hater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, hardcore. Mm-hmm. And this just is giving me more reason.
More fuel
for
the
is
fire.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's so bad. Like
every year he could simply put on a turtleneck and a gold chain and go as himself.
If he was more... Honestly, like, if he could just lean into, like, the fact that he's just a heel in real life and, like, just do, like, really, like, self-aware memes or something, you know what? You're doing what you can with what you got. But, like, I know you have more than this.
That
ain't no way.
Is terrible.
Yeah.
That's... So. Yeah, you really found some bad
I did.
ones.
I really did.
But I am thinking you're a lion hater.
I promise. I love the lions.
Okay, I have to pause and fix my hair. Okay.
All right, I'm so excited for yours.
So hair is good now. We're still embodying anxiety. Okay, so for my two worst, I went more so with because I am who I am. I went for the controversial ones.
Oh, I like that.
And so
I had a feeling. There's so many options.
And I tried to not find like super obvious, but they like you know, it's gonna sound terrible. Almost all celebrities have done blackface at some point. That felt like too easy to be like, this is a problem.
Right.
It absolutely is.
Yes.
Too simple.
Yeah.
They've all done
low-hanging fruit. Yeah.
Who was I supposed to pick? There were too many options. So my choice for my first one is Ashley Benson.
Okay.
Pretty Little Liars.
Okay.
Did you watch that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. She dressed up as a lion. So we're on the lion hater. Okay.
The lions are going to hate us.
She dressed up as a lion and it was a cute costume.
Oh, okay.
But then she posted and said it was Cecil the lion, who was a lion that was killed by a dentist.
Yeah. What? You literally could put a generic lion.
She could have just put roar.
Whatever.
I don't care. She posted to Instagram and was like, Cecil the lion costume. What do you guys think? So that's wild.
Okay, yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Then a few days later, she changed the Instagram caption to just say lion costume. What do you think?
Yeah.
And then she comes out with a statement about it and says, sorry.
I love
She's
this.
so goofy. She says, whenever I sent that to my publicist, I just said lion. I don't know where she got Cecil the lion.
Stop.
She said it's not my fault.
She put her publicist.
She put her social media manager under the bus and said, she did it, not me.
That is crazy. Wow, that is messy. Wow,
it's so sad because like it's a cute costume.
It is,
but apparently when you buy it online or when it was being sold online, it was labeled Cecil the
lion. Really?
It's like $150 costume.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, that was
that
was a good little throwback one. I remember that picture and controversy. And you can tell what year it's from by the filter.
That's true.
So then my next one, at the time, it was kind of funny. People were a little mad about it. But Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford.
I remember
dressed up as a baby and a grandpa.
Yeah.
And so people at the time were like, that's a hilarious way to address your age gap.
Right, but...
So good. Great. Love that. So she was like, it's funny because you guys keep talking about how old he is and how young I am. They're 10 years apart.
Right.
He's in his 30s. She's in her 20s.
Uh-huh.
But then, with the context now of the fact that, like, he literally wrote in a song, like, you were listening to my music, you know, like 10 years ago or something. She has daddy issues. And, like, wrote about that. She was literally 11 when his, like, songs were coming out.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
don't
like
that.
She's quite literally a baby.
Right.
They went for that costume. Crazy. It was
such an avoidable thing. But they were like, you know what?
Why did you think you could solve it that way? Why did you think? Because now, like,
solve everything with humor,
I typed in Billie Eilish, Jesse Rutherford age gap just to like see how old they were. And that was like the Google images that came up. It wasn't them. It was the costume, which makes it so much worse.
That is wild. Oh my gosh. Wow. Great job.
Yeah, so those are my controversial
Love this.
bad celebrity.
That's so good. Well, hopefully that inspires your fits for Halloween. Don't yeah.
Give us a little bit of effort. Don't dress as a lion.
Yeah.
That's what we're really
Yeah,
saying.
I think
Don't
so.
dress as a
You know
lion.
what? To be safe, no lions this year.
No lions. Yeah. Yeah. Don't give them names, especially.
Definitely not. What are your like general pop culture or whatnot jump scares?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll start with my vague one.
Okay.
My second one is very specific. So specific that it is just one thing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but you could probably have seen this one coming. My pop culture jump scare is TikToks that have more shares than likes.
That's good.
Because
yeah.
why are people sending it and not liking it?
Yeah.
That means it should not be watched.
Yeah. They're like,
It should not.
they all have the cringe for it, and they're like, you see this.
Exactly.
But they're like, I'm not gonna like it.
Exactly. It, and like, I don't know. I had to establish a rule with Nick that like you can't send me them.
Yeah.
I can't watch them. I can't watch these people like bare their soul to the internet.
Yeah.
And then it's just like everyone is like sharing it with their friends, laughing, but no one's liking it. Not even from an engagement standpoint am I bothered. I am simply like, what is going on in your video that no one wanted to like it? They only wanted to send it to people. And that, anytime I see one on my feed, swipe,
can't.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I don't need it.
Gone. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a really good one. Okay, my first one. The name escapes me, but the creator of this like really I haven't really gotten into it yet, but it's really popular romance anime called Apothecary Diaries. The creator went to jail recently, and you're like, oh no, like, so, like one of the really bad things. She went to jail for accidental tax evasion. And I was like,
she's just like me for real.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, that is like a nightmare. Thankfully, she's out now. Like, she's
free
great.
her. We freed her.
But that's scary. Like, I'm always afraid that we're doing taxes wrong.
That is wild.
But
at least the accidental probably meant that she got out really quick.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, accidental omission or whatever. So it can happen to any of us, apparently.
It's just
even popular, anime creators.
The cops like put her in handcuffs and they're like, hire a freaking accountant, please.
You can afford this. So yeah, that's my first one.
I love that. Okay. Here's my very specific, so specific that is literally one person.
Okay.
Russell Brand.
Yeah. I'm speechless. Wait, that's too good. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
So he actually he was a spiral off of my initial thought, which I'll tell because it's an honorable mention.
Okay.
But that one was too real.
Yeah.
This one is like, he's just like, anytime I see him, I'm like, this gonna be good. You know, like of course I knew him as like a teenager growing up. I knew him as like, he's a womanizer.
Yeah.
Terrible to women.
Yeah.
Terrible person. And he is that. He is, absolutely.
Right.
He I don't know if you knew this. I recently learned this. He divorced Katy Perry over text.
I did not know that.
Right before a concert.
Oh my gosh.
They're in her like documentary that she did. It shows her backstage sobbing because he texted her and was like, I want a divorce. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's awful
crazy
for her.
Yeah.
But that is so wild. And so, yeah, so that aspect of it. But now in recent years, he did his whole like, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I've been born again. Love that. Love that for you.
Journey, yeah.
Except that now he's just a conservative crystal girl.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like, I don't even, there's no science involved. This man, I typed his name in just to be like, what? Like, obviously he's bad vibes. If I ever see him, I'm like, no. If I saw him in real life, I would run the other direction.
Right.
But so I was just like, what's going on with him? I simply typed in Russell Brand, enter.
Okay.
First article.
Yeah.
He is selling necklace amulets, okay, that fight the Wi-Fi.
Just a little.
The Wi-Fi and the 5G towers are trying to get to us.
That's wild.
And his necklace will save you.
Dude. That reminds me of like I don't know, this was like a Guam thing or like an Asian thing. There were different versions of this. One of them was called Fitin. I think it was also like a really big like baseball thing where it was like you wore literal jewelry and it helped like your blood flow and it helped protect you, blah blah blah. Yeah. That I just feel like this is the same thing.
They used to sell those bracelets that had like mercury or nickel or something that was like good for your balance. You won't fall over if you're wearing this bracelet. And it's like, why is that a threat? Why are we scared of falling over? but like this man, he's rich. He's he's successful in his acting career. He's now a Truth Social weirdo. Like, and he's decided that his calling is to sell crystals that fight the Wi-Fi.
It's wild. What an interesting like roadmap of his life so far.
It's so crazy.
Jump scare for real.
It is a jump scare. I'm like one. Anything new that comes up about him, I'm like, whoa, oh, chill.
That's good. Okay, my next one is like, I feel like it's been in media in the last little bit, but all right. I tried carefully, but there is something in the freaking water with not all but many like Southern California Asian like content creators and like podcasters. Because why are they saying this problematic like racist stuff, which like is mind-boggling, because you're like, hey, whoa, like maybe like decentarize like whiteness from what's going on. I don't know, it's just crazy. There's so many cringe things happening. People mocking Drew Afuelo and like all kinds of things like that, where I'm like, can you guys just relax and be nice people? Me and some others have like talked about how like I feel like being Asian and not being from that area and not having the vibe of that like SoCal, like really critical about everyone and kind of thinking like you're better than everyone air is just like, it's so unrelatable like to anyone outside of that bubble. And so it's so cringe. Like that's my jump scare, is like whenever they like do their like, okay, honestly, like it's not really a hot take, but this is just like my thoughts, and then they whatever comes out of their mouth, I'm like, put that back in your mouth. You do not
take that hot take, take it back.
Think about it. Like, why are you saying these sorts of things? And they're like things that are not worth like repeating for sure. But it's just like, I hate it. So that's my hope is to not be that. And to start off with, I'm not from Southern California, but
just an Asian podcaster.
Podcaster. That's all.
Nothing beyond.
Probably have some
beige flag in the Asian community.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Did you have more that you were wanting to share? Because I have some honorable mentions.
Okay, I have one more.
Go for
that
it.
That is like perfect that you brought this up earlier, but just generally speaking, whenever The Rock shows up in random franchises,
absolutely.
I'm like, whoa, go back. We don't need you here.
Yeah.
Because we joke around about how he's like the franchise killer.
He is. And it's also a jump scare because he's never in character.
No.
Other than The Rock.
Yeah.
He breaks all immersion.
Yes.
What do you, like, even movies where he is like Jumanji?
Oh, I haven't watched that.
Like, or any of these where he's in khakis. He's always in a khaki jumpsuit, whatever. And like, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Jumanji, like the board game. And then like, we're going to be immersed. And then we get there and The Rock's like, essentially just like, I'm the Rock, but in the safari gear.
Yeah, exactly.
And then everybody else is playing a great character for the budget of the film. Never too good.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Like,
as much as they can.
If the Rock's involved, all the money's going to him. So they're giving what they can for the budget.
Right.
But like they're doing a great job, and he's just like just a bald meanie.
Yeah, that's all. But that can't play a bad character.
Yeah.
Like the worst he could do is be an anti-hero.
Ugh.
That movie was wild. But anyways, that's all I got. I want to hear your
All right, my honorable mentions. So to start, the very first thing I wrote on my page was Jim Carrey.
Okay.
And that's where I went to Russell Brand because, I mean, I think he's, you know.
He has such a tragic story, I feel like.
He does. Yeah. The existentialism is what gets, like him being like, I am nothing but a body. And I'm like, don't make me think about that, please. My other ones, the cinnamon challenge from years ago.
That's a good one. That's a good honorable mention.
Anytime I think about it, I'm like, trauma.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Like, stop.
Yeah. And then the last one is ASMR. Something about it gives me the ick. And if I'm scrolling TikTok, okay, listen, there's a difference. I love a like slime video. I love soap cutting. I'm talking a person on a microphone, like
doing purposely different sounds. Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Weirds me out. It feels too intimate. I like something about it. It's like I shouldn't be here. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
Let me scroll on.
I think on that, I guess an honorable mention that I'll add is just like when you like take your online persona too far and you like I feel like you're not real and just like they either stay in that very like ooh character or whatever the persona may be. That's just like one example, but like if you just like stay in it and you never break, I'm like, I don't know, this is not for me. Like,
I don't know how to process you.
Yeah,
I don't know how to I'm out. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So we've covered celebrity costumes.
Yes,
we've covered our jump scares for the other parts of the world. Now it is time to share. This was Asia's idea. She texted me and she was like, we should do bestie jump scares, and I was like,
okay.
Which the ones that I texted and I was like, I don't know what I would do, but I did. I just was like, should I come up with something new? But it's new for the podcast.
Yeah, so totally. No one knows.
How many did you?
I have like 2, maybe 3.
I think mine is kind of like 2 combined into one big one.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first. Yeah.
All right. So the first one is whenever Faith is beefing with someone or she like is really upset about something and I know but the rest of the room doesn't know, I get jump scared because I like cannot look at her. Like there have been times where like there's like a tenseness like in the room but only Faith, it's because of Faith because she like is upset with something and I know I'm like I can't, like my radar for that is like so high and so I will literally avert her gaze the whole time because I will like crumble. And so I just felt like that was like worth putting jump scare because I'm thinking about specific times where I was like don't look at me, and then meanwhile Jacob's also thinking the same thing as Faith but then he doesn't say it out loud and then Faith does and he's like okay.
We've addressed it. That's a great teaser for episode 3.
Yes,
because
I'm so excited for you.
We're going to talk about that friendship dynamic with our person.
That'd be so good to unpack.
Yeah. So my first one that I'll talk about is just so the way that you buy things. So for me, it isn't that you buy a lot.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me.
Right.
I'm not in charge of your finances. You got it figured out. Whatever. That's you and Luke's business. Mine is that I feel like you don't research anything. Like, that stresses me out so much. Okay, here's a great example. Yeah. In a future episode, you're going to see that the microphone I'm holding is going to be a different microphone. And, like, love that, like, it's gonna be one that she knows about. That's great. Except that she just like texted me out of nowhere and was like, I bought a new microphone for the podcast. And I was like, what do you mean? If I was buying a microphone, I need you to hear me.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Hear this.
Yeah.
I had a cheap microphone for my first setup whenever I started to consider a new microphone, I looked at every single tech website list. I watched videos of the perfect settings for each of my options.
Right.
All of it. And then finally was like, this one should
Luke's
suffice.
gonna love this bit right now.
This
He's gonna feel so seen.
My next one is related, but it's different. So I'm not gonna like jump into that one.
Okay.
So you go.
This one on the topic of shopping. I love how Faith will go. Well, okay, this is what's scary. The jump scare is like, on one hand, Faith will be like, yeah, I'm not spending any money and I'm not going to think about money at all. And then she'll switch and be like, hey, I just saw these Disney ears that are Sherpa material are on sale for $9.99. And so I think, obviously, logically, that means that I need to buy these ears because in the park, they would probably be like $30-$40. And so I got to, they're obviously seasonal. I got to book a 1-day trip to Disney so I can experience Disney during Christmas time so I can wear my Sherpa ears. Like, she will literally go from like, we're not spending any money to that so fast. Like, she's done her research, like she already knows all those things and she has means to like get deals and stuff, but like the turbulence is crazy.
I am a manic shopper.
You
like,
are.
It's like I need a manic episode in a sense.
Yeah.
And like Nick does get frustrated with me because I all the time.
You and Luke are so similar.
He'll be like, "Let's go do this thing." I'm like, "We're broke."
Yeah.
That's my every time we're broke, and he's like, "We literally aren't," and I'm like, "We are. We're too poor. We can't afford anything. We got to stop eating out. We've got to stop buying things. We got to stop doing stuff. We need to sit at home and enjoy our rent money." And then, like, a week later, I'm like, so what if we go to the tattoo shop and get, because there's a flash, so it's technically on sale. And so all the time, he'll, like, voice that it frustrates him or upsets him. And I'm like, I pretend we're broke so that we aren't actually.
I love this logic. It's so good.
That has
so
always
good.
been it. There is a baseline in my mind that I know our account cannot go below.
Yeah.
And if it even gets close, I'm like, we're nearing poor.
Relax.
Stop it.
Stop. That's so funny. I love that.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. My other one is still shopping.
Okay.
Esque, but it's the thing that you know is coming.
Yeah,
it's the thing that
know.
if you've ever watched a stream with us or heard us talk ever,
it comes up.
You know. It's the Amazon list.
The no list.
Not a list. The lack of Amazon list is what bothers me. And this 𖤧 knows. She knows.
I know.
She even, whenever I said I'm not sure what I'm gonna pick, she immediately knew what I was gonna pick. She was like, these things, obviously. But it stresses me out so much. So 𖤧 knows that I will love her through this, but I will not love that she does this. She has her Amazon that she's had for a long time.
Yes.
The same Amazon account.
Yep.
No changing there.
Mm-hmm.
And Amazon has this feature called lists. And you can, when you want an item, you can add it to your list.
Yeah.
And then buy from the list and
very
remove from the
convenient.
list.
Mm-hmm.
It is so amazing. I love that feature. 𖤧 uses the buy later feature, which is great. Whenever, so you put something in your cart and you got a few things in there and you're like, actually, I don't want to spend that much, or like, actually, I don't need this one thing yet. I'm going to put it in buy later. I'm going to wait for a deal to drop. I'll put it in buy later. 𖤧 puts everything in her cart and then says, no, buy later, buy later, buy later. And this buy later list, when she opens it on her phone, it breaks her phone. Her phone cannot run Amazon with the buy later list because it's like thousands deep at this point, is it not?
No, I think it has to max at 600.
And you know that because
I hit the limit already. Yeah.
Drives me crazy. I dream of getting to go into her Amazon and adding it all to lists that are organized by item. I like, this is all the tech
like
setup.
books.
These are the books. These are the clothes. These are the cute extra accessories. But I know that that's just a dream, and I won't ever get it. But it stresses me out anytime Asia brings up her Amazon. I'm like, I know it's all just sitting there. It's all just sitting there waiting to be bought.
Oh, it's true. I mean, I am who I am. It's true because like I do have lists. Which is the crazy part. Is like we have one for Pocky. It's like a shared list that me and Luke have. We have a shared like home one. One's for like gifts. Just like some random ones for other categories. But then I don't know. I just forget. Like I can't be bothered to like scroll. I think what makes me mad is like that. Like you have to go in and so dumb and select the list because it always like has like your predicted one. Like it's probably to this one, but it's never to that one. I never wanted that one. So I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna put it in my cart and then drop it to later.
So crazy. It's so chaotic. It is a jump scare. Every time she opens Amazon or even speaks about Amazon, I'm like, buy later.
Okay, this last one is like more like a general thing, but like this is like the scary and awe like like vibe. It's just like when you introduce something new to Faith, she is like instantly like, how do I be amazing at this right now? Like literally could be anything. One time we I don't know if this is like very niche and it depends on like where you grew up because I grew up on Guam, but one of the most random toys that we were laughing about because we were like, dude, these or like whatever toy designers are so smart because this is like such an easy thing to make. It's called a jitter ring, and it's like a metal ring about probably like 12 inches or so in diameter, and then there's just like these little like washers or something on it that are a little bit bigger than the gauge of the ring or whatever. And so all you do is like you get them to like spin, and then you're just like you do a bunch of like moves, whatever, moving the ring around and like keeping these little washer things spinning. So we show it to Faith and everyone else in the group, and Faith all of a sudden was like hyper fixating on like, how do I do this? I want to be amazing. Show me how the tricks that you can do. It like where I tend to be like, oh yeah, like let me look at this in my own time and figure it out. Faith is like, no, everybody watch me be amazing at this.
And then if somebody, in that example, if someone were to have grabbed that and then got more of the rings to spin or for longer, I would have been like, nope, I need it back.
Yeah, exactly. So good.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So yeah, like scary, but like in awe. I'm like, wow. Thanks. I need that confidence.
I feel like we're similar in that.
Oh yeah,
because there are scary in all things for you, for me.
Yeah,
where it is still hyperfixation related, yeah. But it's like I can text Asia and be like, what about this creative thing that I've had to think really hard about because I'm not creative, and Asia's like, done.
That is true.
And I'm like, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you made a whole dress for my Disney outfit in a day? What do you mean?
You know, as one does. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, that covers our Halloween special. Okay, girl, spooky special.
Spooky.
Yeah, so this was fun. I enjoyed just getting
really
like we have like our first episode was more serious. Our next episode is a little more serious, still ourselves and goofy, but this is a nice little like
silly goofy haha.
Yeah, exactly. A nice fun moment to just yap. Which is what I'm hoping we'll get to do more of too in the future. So I am asking that you guys send us anything Halloween related.
Yes.
I'm talking your scary for no reason things, your favorite costumes,
what do you feel about lions?
Costumes. Yeah, are you a lion hater? Are you a rock hater? Or like anything scary? I'm down to have a ghost story reading episode.
That'd be so fun.
I love a ghost story. So you tell us whatever things that you want to tell us that relates or doesn't to Halloween and scary things. Make sure that you hold on. You can send all of those things to us through DMs on any of our socials, on our email, or in the comments on Spotify or YouTube.
Because you can do that,
the
apparently.
Comments.
Yeah, please
Crazy.
do.
And while you're at it, commenting and messaging, go ahead and follow and rate, review, subscribe, all the things.
I mean, 5 stars would be great if you're really thinking about it.
Yeah. Because this was fun.
Yeah, so fun.
Stockholm syndrome. You had so much. You enjoyed so much. You love it here. You want to stay forever.
This is going to be their jump scare they're writing about.
Faith that snapped. I don't know. But make sure that you're engaging on all of our socials. We would love to hear from you guys. It gives us something to yap about even more. So we love that. That covers that.
Mm-hmm. And your delulu to dulu today is, I know it's spooky, but I really need you, girl, to like look in the back of your fridge, and you need to throw that thing out, because we all know it's bad. Like, it's gonna be scarier the more you wait.
Because why does it look like that?
Why indeed. So I believe in you. Face your fears. Hopefully this episode inspires you to face your fears and your jump scares, but you have to do something about that. Anyways, I'm Asia the girl.
And I'm Faith Okay.
See you next time, besties.
Bye.
Jacob yesterday was like, what is this? I don't know.